Good morning, Cook Cardinals. It's time for our morning message. Today is Monday, April 6th, 2020. Dear Cook Cardinals, happy Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. We have heard from so many of your parents that you are doing an awesome job of working on your activities, and you're doing great at following the Cardinal Code at home. We're really proud of you. Keep up the good work this week. I'm now going to give you some quick tips about working on your Google slideshow while you're at home. Sincerely, the second grade teachers. Okay, so since it's the start of a new week, the teachers have sent a new editable Google slideshow to you. We sent everybody the peek at our day for Monday last night, and we either sent your parents and we sent the peek either to your parents in an email or we shared it right to your Google Drive. And in the peek at our day for Monday, that's where you're going to find the link for the Google slideshow where you find all the activities for this week and where you can type your answers in so your teachers can see it. So today, you're going to click on that link and it's going to open up the slideshow. It's going to ask you to make a copy of it, which is good, and it's going to rename it to be Copy of Cook Remote Learning. Okay, so when you open it, it's going to look like this on the first slide, Cook Remote Learning Week 2. Okay, so on the first day, which is today, you can read this spot here where it says Note to Families. It gives you just a little bit of information. It's for you and for your parents to read. And it tells about one new thing that we're doing this week, which is right down here. It says at the very end of this whole slideshow, there's a box that says Feedback. Once you share the slideshow with me, I can check your work and write you a note in that box. So that's something that's a little bit different. Okay, so today you're going to start on the Monday activities. And when I click on that, notice that I can see the whole slide over here on the left, but when I look at the main screen, it's like humongous. So what I want to do is make that smaller. So I'm going to use the keyboard on my computer to click some buttons and do like a shortcut to help make it smaller. I'm going to click the Control button and hold that down, and then the minus symbol. So I'm holding Control and minus. I'm going to click it again, and notice what's happening is that it's getting smaller. That seems like it's probably small enough. Now, let's say I wanted to click down and I've just listened to the Earth Dragon video and I want to answer the Earth Dragon question. Let's say that this is too small for me to read and type. I can click the Control key on my keyboard, hold it down, and then click the plus symbol. And it's going to make that space bigger or smaller. Then I have to either use a mouse or the touchpad on a laptop to scroll up and down so that I can see the part that I need right in my screen. Okay, and notice where it says the blue words type here. I can actually delete that and I can start typing the answer to the question, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to give it away. Okay, so now let's say I'm done with this. Then I'm going to move down and I'm going to start working on the story, which is The Fox and the Grapes. So now again, this is pretty big. So it's up to you. If you wanted to just scroll with your mouse or the touchpad up and down to be able to read the words, that's fine. Or if you wanted to make it smaller, you can do Control minus, and that looks pretty good to me because I can fit the whole thing in. And I'm going to read it and read the next one and read the next one. And now I'm down to the answer, the response sheet. So on here, I'm going to read the questions and I'm going to type in my answers to all of them. And then I'm going to go down and do the next part and the next part and the next part and the next part. And then I'm going to be doing my phonics and grammar. And then I'm going to be doing my social studies. Now, again, you can do this at your own pace. You don't have to do it all. If you need to take breaks, you can. Do whatever parts you are comfortable with. Okay, but let's just pretend that you've finished all of your work for Monday. This Google slideshow is now saved in your Google Drive. However, I can't see it, or your teachers can't see it, unless you click on the share button, which I'm going to show you. I'm going to make this screen bigger. Let me see. Okay, good. So now look up at the top right-hand corner of the screen. See where it says share? In this space here, you are going to click share, and then you're going to type in your teacher's first name dot last name at redclayschools.com. And then you're going to click on done. Okay, and then it has been shared with me. So now I can see it, and what I can do is look at your work from Monday, and right here on your document, I can click on the screen that says feedback. Okay, this is the last slide of the document. Okay, so after I look at your work on Monday, I'm going to say, wow, you did such a good job. Or I think that you did a great job, but maybe you can add more to blah, blah, blah next time. I'm going to give you some good feedback here on the Monday part. Okay, so this is where you're going to go to see what I have written. Now, after you've checked my feedback, probably towards the end of the day, then you are done with your work for that day. Now let's pretend it's the next day and you had already closed out of your Google slideshow. So now it's Tuesday and you want to open it up again and you want to find it. Instead of opening the link from the Peek at Our Day again, you don't really want to do that because that's going to make a brand new copy and it's not going to have your Monday work saved on it. Really what you want to do is open up the same one that you started on Monday. So I'm going to show you where you can find that in your Drive. Okay, so you would go in, log into Google using your s.firstname.lastname at redclayschools.com, and your password is your lunch number, and you're going to probably see it up here in this space that says quick access once you're in your Drive. Okay, and remember your Drive, you can get to it by just logging into Google on your computer, or you can go to Clever and get to your Drive through there. So usually, since you were just working on it, the Cook Remote Learning Week 2 will be in this area here called Quick Access. If you don't see it there, you might need to scroll up and down here to take a look and see if it's there. Or another option is if you go to this waffle and you go to where it says Slides, there will be slides in there that you have already worked on, which if you worked on it the day before, it will be there. And you just double click it and open it up. And all the work that you did yesterday will still be saved on there. So now the cool thing is you don't have to share it with your teachers again at the end of Tuesday because we already have it shared to our Drive, and it automatically saves everything that you do as you're working on it. Okay, so let's say it's Tuesday. You'll scroll down to Tuesday. You're going to do the ELA. You'll do your phonics and grammar. There will be the math. Then there's science. There's some unified arts things for you to do. And again, at the end of Tuesday, you'll close it and Then on Wednesday, go back to your drive and open up the same document. All right, so hopefully that answers some questions for some of you. And don't forget about the trick where you can do Control minus, let's see, okay, or Control plus. Okay, so now, whoops, whoa, we made that way too big. I'm going to get out of this screen and I'm going to go back to our morning meeting and we're going to do a little activity. This one is called What's the News? This says to greet each other with their name and ask what's the news? And then the student answers with, this weekend I blah blah blah. Well, I asked my family if they would help me with this and nobody was available. So I'm going to have to pretend that I'm two people. Let's see how this goes. Ready? Good morning, Mrs. Sodden. What's the news? Well, this weekend I went on a bike ride around the block and I baked some brownies. Good morning. What's the news? Well, this weekend I took a hike and I cleaned up my house. All right, so you can do that with somebody who's in your house. Maybe if you have a sibling or a parent, you could even use a stuffed animal or a pet and just make believe like I did. That would be fine. Okay. Now the next one that you can do says, let's share. If there was no TV, would it be good or bad, and why? I bet that there are some of you who would have an opinion that if there were no TV, it would be good because of lots of different reasons. And I bet there are some of you whose opinion would be that it is bad if there was no TV. And you'll also have your own reasons. I'm going to give you my opinion. I think that if there were no TV or there was no TV, it would be good because it would allow kids to get more creative, but it would also be bad because you wouldn't be able to relax and watch an imaginary show on TV. All right, guys, I hope you have a really good day, and I'll make sure to have your parents email the teachers if they have any questions about anything. All right, talk to you later.